And our other big story of the day, the bipartisan border and foreign aid deal that appears to be languishing in the Senate and also dead on arrival in the House. Earlier, I spoke with Congressional Hispanic Caucus Chair Nanette Díaz Barragán.
I don't think that the border package is going to solve the problem, and I think that we have basically offered up restrictions and without any legal pathways, which is really what we need to help address the problem. But Republicans aren't serious. They don't want to get anything done, and that's really the problem here, is that they said they want to come to the table. They said they want to fix this, yet they're saying no to everything from more money to Border Patrol agents. They're saying no to more money to combat fentanyl coming from across the southern border. They're saying no to $1 billion in ICE detention beds. So they're really not serious. This is really a political game for them, and we've seen that just over the course of the last 48 hours.
I know you said there were some provisions that you support within this proposal, but you do have a lot of concerns. I mean, isn't something better than nothing?
Well, if you want real comprehensive immigration reform, then you can't just say we're going to give you a bad immigration policy but not get any of the positive immigration pathways, which is what we need. I'll give you one example. Unaccompanied children having a counsel at the southern border. It sounds like a great thing, but the devil is always in the details.
I mean, what do you think about the state of negotiations over in the Senate? Obviously, this bill was rolled out just a day or so ago, and already it seems like there's not enough support for it to clear this first procedural hurdle. In your view, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I mean, it just highlights the problem on why you shouldn't have secret backdoor negotiations and deals happening instead of involving people at the table that should be at the table so that you can get the buy-in and the groups and the people that understand the policy and that know the implications and can kind of get a better sense of maybe where the caucus might go. So hopefully we'll learn from this that, number one, the Hispanic caucus needs to be represented at the table.
But some of the negotiators say, look, we were keeping the Congressional Hispanic Caucus apprised of things as we went along. Is that accurate?
Well, I think there's a difference between having a meaningful, engaging process and having a back and forth about what may be good or bad, as opposed to just updates. So, no, I don't think there was a meaningful, engaging process. We need to be at the table. The head, the chair of the Senate Immigration on the Judiciary is Senator Padilla, and he wasn't even at the table either. So these are things that I think just show in the final work product. Look, I applaud the effort on a bipartisan basis to come together to address the southern border, and I think we need to do that. We absolutely need to do something on the southern border, but it has to be a real conversation that is about immigration and the southern border. There will be tough concessions that we're willing to give up, but those are going to be because we're going to also get pathways.
In terms of the lack of participation or being able to participate, you have more or less equated this to trying to craft a civil rights bill or criminal justice bill without the input of the Congressional Black Caucus.
Absolutely. I mean, this is exactly what this is. It would be unheard of, and it would never happen that you would pass that you would draft civil rights legislation or voting rights legislation without a member of the Congressional Black Caucus. There would be outrage. The president would make sure that did not happen, and that should have been done here too. So,
I mean, what were some of the reasons you were given?
I wasn't given a single reason. Every single time I raised it, it was not given a single reason, and it's really unfortunate. I think it's disrespectful, but I think it also shows why we're not able to come to the table and get something that we can all get behind, and that's what we need to do.